High in the misty folds of the Western Ghats, where the hills kiss the skies and the forest hums with ancient secrets, there lies a waterfall so majestic, so ethereal, that even the vines pause to admire its descent, the Dudhsagar Falls, the Sea of Milk. But Dudhsagar is not merely a cascade of water plunging from a great height. It is a story whispered through generations, a tale born of royalty, mystery, and the unbroken bond between nature and legend. Long ago, in the heart of this lush wilderness, nestled a grand kingdom. It was a realm wrapped in green, where the rivers sang and the trees stood tall like sentinels of time. The king who ruled this land was wise and kind, and his palace stood not far from the cliffs where the falls now rage. Among his many treasures, none was more cherished than his daughter, a princess of rare beauty and a heart as gentle as the monsoon rain. Every morning, as dawn painted the skies with golden hues, the princess would walk to a hidden lake perched on the cliff's edge. Here, surrounded by the silent reverence of nature, she would bathe in the cool, clear waters, her laughter mingling with the chirping of birds. Her companion during these moments was a golden jug filled with warm milk, not just for drinking, but for a ritual she believed would keep her spirit pure and her soul kind. After her bath, she would pour the milk into the lake as an offering to the gods, her way of thanking nature for its gifts. One such morning, as the dew still clung to the leaves and the first rays of sun filtered through the trees, a traveler lost in the forest stumbled upon the lake. He was a prince from a distant kingdom, weary from his journey and captivated by the soft laughter that echoed through the woods. As he approached the lake, his eyes fell upon the princess, radiant, unguarded, and startled by his sudden presence. Out of modesty and instinct, the princess quickly reached for her golden jug and poured its contents into the water, creating a curtain of white, frothy milk that veiled her from the stranger's eyes. The gods, moved by her purity and grace, turned that curtain into a waterfall, eternal and unending, a cascade of white that would forever tell the tale of the maiden and her sea of milk. Thus, the waterfall was named Dudhsagar, the Sea of Milk, for its milky white torrents that plunge nearly 1,000 feet down the mountainside, splitting into tears as it crashes through rocks and forest. During the monsoon, it swells with fury, its roar echoing for miles as though the gods themselves are remembering the moment they turned a gesture of grace into a spectacle of beauty. But legends aside, Dudhsagar's real enchantment lies in its presence. The railway bridge that curves in front of it, part of the iconic Goa-Karnataka line, offers a fleeting, magical view to those lucky enough to catch a glimpse from a train's window. For a few precious seconds, travelers are suspended between earth and sky, as the milky waters thunder beside them, and a mist rises like breath from the forest floor. Today, trekkers brave the dense woods and winding paths to witness the falls up close. As they stand before its might, they feel not just the spray of water on their skin, but the weight of time, of myth, and of nature's unyielding spirit. Some say that if you listen closely to the roar, you can still hear the laughter of the princess and the soft trickle of milk pouring into the sacred lake. Dudhsagar is not just a sight to behold. It is a feeling, a memory carved into stone and water. It is where stories become streams, and where even the mountains seem to bow in quiet reverence to a tale born long before the first train passed through its shadow. In its thunder lies a lullaby, in its mist, a memory. And as long as the water falls, the story of the Sea of Milk will continue to flow. In the heart of the Western Ghats, where mist kisses the mountain tops and the monsoon writes poetry in the form of rivers, lies a spectacle that locals call Jogda. The world knows it as Jog Falls. It's not just a waterfall, it's an orchestra of nature, a cathedral of cascading water, and one of the grandest natural marvels India has to offer. Jog Falls, or Jerosopa Falls as it's traditionally called, is located in Shimoga district of Karnataka. It drops from a staggering height of 830 feet, 253 meters, making it the second highest plunge waterfall in India, right after Nokalike Falls in Meghalaya. Though Jog holds its own charm, incomparable in power and presence. The Shevathi River is the lifeline of this wonder. Originating in the Western Ghats, it flows gently through lush forests and sleepy villages before suddenly taking a dramatic leap at Jog. And it doesn't fall all at once. Jog Falls is uniquely segmented into 4 distinct streams: Raja, Rani, Rora, and Rocket. Each has its own character, its own rhythm. Raja, the king, drops majestically in a single unbroken stream, slow, powerful, and regal. Rani, the queen, is graceful and gentle, often appearing in a delicate veil of mist, especially when the wind plays with it. Rora lives up to its name, ferocious and loud. It carves its way through the rocks with a deep thunder. And Rocket, as you'd expect, is a sharp, narrow jet of water shooting straight down like an arrow. But what makes Jog Falls so captivating is how it changes with the seasons. If you come here in summer, you might be underwhelmed. The water trickles modestly, shy and quiet, barely hinting at the fury it hides. But wait for the monsoon. That's when Jog awakens. From July to September, the Sharvathi swells with monsoon rains, and Jog Falls transforms into something almost primeval, an unrestrained torrent, with clouds of mist rising like smoke, birds wheeling in the spray, and the roar of the water audible from miles away. In the early 20th century, this river's power didn't go unnoticed. British engineers built the Linganamakki Dam upstream in 1964, creating one of Karnataka's largest reservoirs. It's a key source of hydroelectricity and irrigation. But it also means that the flow over Jog Falls can now be regulated. So in dry months, the falls can be nearly silent. Local tourism authorities sometimes request dam releases during tourist season to bring the falls to life, even for a day or two. The viewpoint near the falls offers a panoramic spectacle, and there's a winding 1,400-step stairway that leads you down to the base. It's a trek that tests your legs and rewards your soul. Standing at the foot of the falls, with spray hitting your face and the roar in your ears, you feel small, wonderfully, beautifully small, in front of nature's grandeur. Jog is not just a spot for sightseeing, it's a place woven into local culture and memory. It's a favorite of photographers, trekkers, and poets alike. The surrounding region is part of the Sharvathi Valley Wildlife Sanctuary, home to lion-tailed macaques, leopards, and king cobras. The forests here are dense and alive, echoing with the songs of birds and the rustle of unseen creatures. Nearby, the village of Kargil serves as a base for most travelers. The locals are warm and welcoming, and the cuisine is a delight. A traditional Karnataka thali, with rice, sambar, rasam, kosambari, and paisa, tastes even better after a day spent exploring in the mist and sun. And then there are the legends. Some say the four streams are not just water but the embodiments of gods and goddesses, that the Sharvathi is not just a river, but a divine pathway carved by ancient powers. Whether or not you believe the stories, the feeling you get at Jog Falls is undeniably spiritual. In recent years, the government has taken steps to develop ecotourism here, with a focus on preserving the natural ecosystem. Lighting installations during special events, well-maintained walkways, and the recently developed viewing gallery have improved the visitor experience without disturbing the soul of the place. But the real charm of Jog lies beyond the itinerary. It's in the first glimpse of the falls through the trees. It's in the silence that follows the roar. It's in the feeling that you've come face to face with something older, wilder, and greater than yourself. Jog Falls isn't just a destination. It's a reminder. A reminder of how powerful water can be, how deeply rooted the land is in memory, and how beauty, when untouched, speaks its own language. So if you ever find yourself in Karnataka, take the winding road through the Ghats, breathe in the clean air of Shimoga, and stand before Jog. Let it humble you. Let it awe you. And let it remind you, this is India, and nature here is not just scenery, it's sacred. It's not just about exploring a destination, it's about connecting with the soul of that place. And that is what we try to bring to you, here on Blessed Globe. If this story touched your heart, gave you goosebumps, or simply transported you to a magical world for a few minutes, then let us know in the comments below. Have you ever visited Dudhsagar Falls? Or is it now on your travel bucket list? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. And if you're someone who loves discovering hidden histories, forgotten legends, and a mystical side of our world, then you're in the right place. At Blessed Globe, we don't just talk about places. We uncover the stories behind them, the emotions within them, and the mysteries that make them unforgettable. From remote islands to ancient temples, from strange natural phenomena to lost civilizations, we explore it all, one story at a time. So, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss an episode. We've got so many more fascinating stories coming your way, stories that will make you fall in love with this beautiful, blessed globe of ours all over again. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and help us grow this community of curious minds and passionate travelers. Every like, every comment, and every share goes a long way in helping us bring more of these magical stories to life.